If you guys want to support indie horror, please head over to CrankedUpTV and subscribe. I think it's like $2 a month. It's $2 a month for like all of the coolest, like interesting, like most original horror movies that you'll ever see. And if you want to support again indie horror, support them. Fucking $2 a month. Nothing, dude. It's nothing. It's fucking chump change. Chump change. Chump change.
Give me your pennies.
Deadbeats.
Yeah, don't worry about that. This will be fine, dude. Hello everybody.
This is okay. Let it happen.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Deadbeats. Can I intro?
Yes.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Deadbeats. I'm Will.
I'm JT.
Today we're here doing something pretty special. It's honestly something we don't do a whole lot. I'm not going to say enough because I'm not a huge fan of doing stuff like this. I'm not. I'm going to be so honest. JT and I, we come from a place of like we like to review movies that we have seen already, right? And not. I don't know. I don't know about you, JT. I don't really explore too often.
With your sexuality, or
okay,
because we know that's a lie. Have you seen this freak over here? Oh, God.
All right, we're gonna make you. I don't do a whole lot of exploring, dude. I just watch the same old shit that I like. I know what I like, and I know what genres I like to stick to. But we did have a company reach out to us and ask us to review one of their movies. Shout out to CrankedUpTV, a new indie horror movie streaming platform, right? Streaming service. So if you guys want to support indie horror, please head over to CrankedUpTV and subscribe. I think it's like $2 a month. It's $2 a month for like all of the coolest, like interesting, like most original horror movies that you'll ever see. And if you want to support again indie horror, support them. Fucking $2 a month. Nothing, dude. It's nothing. It's fucking chump change. Chump change. Chump change.
Give me your pennies. They don't make pennies anymore.
But yeah, we were sent a screener for a movie that I heard was one of their bigger budgeted movies. And we're talking about the movie Wormtown.
5, 4, 3. Well, there was an old farmer lived over the hill, and if he ain't dead, he's a living there still.
Thanks to Mayor Joshua and all the TVs and the radio and the internet, all went silent.
Sing a hi to my deedle, I'm dying, I'm fine. Sing a hi to my deedle.
His voice filled the darkness.
Well, the devil, he came to the farmer one day, said, one of your family I'm gonna take away. Sing a hi to the deedle, I'm dying, I'm fine. Sing a hi to the deedle, I'm dead.
Greg?
The devil came in and wrapped on these chains and she up with a shovel and beat on his brain.
The fever isn't the disease, it's just the body's reaction to the disease. But it doesn't know when to stop. You end up killing yourself trying to save yourself.
Is this going to be a spoiler talk or a spoiler-free talk?
No, spoilers. Spoilers, dude. Full spoilers are coming your way. But okay, let me preface this movie. We get introduced to a small town that is stricken with a virus, and the virus doesn't become extremely active until you meet sunlight. And then once you are in sunlight, it's like a army, or I don't know what they call like large groupings of worms, but they're like living in your body and they're just overtaking your entire body, and then the sun causes them to start seeping out and fucking you die that way. But they eat and take over everything: your heart, your lungs, your fucking liver, everything that's in there, your skull, your eyeballs, your mouth, your tongue, your penis, your penis, yeah, your butthole, yep,
your whistle.
Yeah, but it's weird because like those who are infected are almost culty, right? Like super culty. And they praise this guy. I call him the Worm King, but he's the mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like. Did you ever see like an uncircumcised penis? Like, and then like finally when the skin gets unraveled, he looks like that, right? Like he looks like a mushroom tip that hasn't seen the light of day in years.
I love that analogy.
Right?
I would pull it back to let the sun shine upon his gloriness.
Did you ever take your scrot and just stretch it apart? That's a little worm. But
what the fuck?
Anyway,
you ever sword fight or play tummy stick? Tummy stick?
This guy has, dude. This guy looks like Freddy Krueger jumped in a fucking porta potty and let 1,000 guys pour a bowl of bukkake play juice on him. Anyway, sorry. God, they're not gonna want us to put this out.
No, like we're already off the rails already. We're already unhinged.
We are, yeah. Welcome to us. The movie was interesting, dude. There were the character work, I think, needed some work. Yeah. I didn't love anybody in this movie. I'm going to be straight up. I was not a fan of like one person, and just when I started to develop a little bit of empathy for one, which was the mother of that child, I immediately started hating her. Because I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, she's trying to convert anybody else, anybody who kind of comes her way. But anyway, we follow, for the most part, these two girls trying to do research on the virus, trying to develop and see what the hell's going on. How can we fix it, right? How can we get it away? But to the cult people, they're the enemy.
Yeah,
because the mom... go ahead.
Well, yeah, they're not the enemy, really, because they still operate within... the aspects of like, hey, we're gonna go shopping at night. We're still inviting the community. They just won't take it. Take the
right.
one.
Yeah, right.
They become the enemy.
But that's another thing. Yeah, they do. Those who are infected, they stay inside. They stay in like dark and because sunlight is what makes it active and kills people. Interesting. No, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't the biggest fan. I don't know if I'll ever go back and revisit it. But what I did appreciate, especially coming from indie horror, and this isn't a slight on indie horror whatsoever, because there's some indie horror movies out there that I saw that were absolutely incredible. This might be some of the better special effects I've seen from an indie horror movie. Mm-hmm. And that's just me. I think, right? Like, would you agree?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked especially like the little boy in the street, that whole scene.
Yeah,
when
dude.
she was like rummaging through his body, like that, I thought was pretty gnarly. Mm-hmm. And what surprised me though too is like you're not usually into that type of stuff. So when you was texting me, I was like, oh
no,
you liked it.
I don't like body horror really at all. Because I feel like movies that focus on body horror, I think they use it too much of the story and they rely on it too much to tell a story. I did not like the movie The Substance specifically because of that. I know you love The Substance, but it constantly switched from like, it was okay. I see what they're trying to do, but it's an award-winning movie too, right? But here goes me.
Get on it. Will from Deadbeats. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right. Luckily, I'm a nobody.
We're a nobody.
No, you're somebody. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the substance really at all. The back and forth between Demi Moore and the other lady,
We're not
cool.
talking about
It
that
just
right
relied too much on. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, this movie considered body horror. It did not rely too much on the body horror aspect of it. I think it was also a psychological horror.
Mm-hmm.
And this actually, I told you this in text the other day, that this kind of like reinvigorated a specific love for a subgenre that I had, and I didn't realize that I had. I'm a huge fan of like cult horror movies.
Yeah. I mean,
I think because of the potential. Like this didn't hit the mark that I would have liked it to hit. But the conversation between the mom and the Asian woman with the shaved head.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
In the beginning, it was like within the first 20 or 30 minutes of the movie. I just thought that was super compelling. I really did, because like obviously she was brainwashed, and just like trying to express the good that the governor can bring, right? And the good
mayor
in life, and trying to convert her, the mayor, right? Not the governor, the mayor. I don't know. I love that idea of one person having a God complex and other people getting brainwashed into following this individual, and at the expense of innocent. And I love the idea. I don't know if I've ever seen a cult horror that's really hit the mark for me, but the idea of it I think is so fantastic. I would love to see, and I told you this already, a cult led like horror, like a Scream movie.
That was you
like
go
the
back.
Cult of Ghostface.
Go back and look. That's what that's what I said should happen with Stu Macher. He should be the leader.
It is.
And a bunch of ghost faces just released around the world. Maybe what about this for Scream?
Yeah.
I know we're getting off topic just a little bit. Scream, and it's different stories going on at once in different states. It's like it goes in between them. Are they connected?
Like a targeted attack?
Yeah. But it's different characters. They
That
don't
would be
know
cool.
each other. See? Look at this. Big brain. Oh, what happened here? Would you
That would be cool. Oh,
going back to
here it is.
Wormtown, would you
Tell me.
let the worms enter into you? Would you like to see the light?
No. I'd be okay. I think I'd be fine. But I also don't think it's something that you could get away from. I think it's gonna happen, right? Like,
well, I mean, some people took it willingly. Like they talked her into it. That
True.
first girl, you
True.
know, and then the other ones they
yeah, it
forced.
didn't. I don't think I would be. I honestly, I don't know. I don't. I'm not easily. What?
They're not strong. It doesn't give you any great powers. It makes you weaker. You can't go out during the day, and he keeps bitching about fucking gunshots. You hear the mayor like, well, they keep shooting those fucking guns, and they keep killing everybody. Like, what the fuck's going on in that town? They just get so fucking angry.
Dude, he was like the spokesperson throughout the entire movie. But again, spoilers in this. What about his death?
It was pretty
Also,
gnarly.
like, it was gnarly, but not much of a fight. Like, I'm like, this is the leader. Like, this is your guy. Like, this is Worm Dick King himself.
If you were a cult leader, that's how you would get fucking slapped in the face. That's how you'll go out. They just slap you like, stop! I'm
And he
done.
got his head squished by a toilet?
Dude, she grabbed his ass and fucking yeeted him down to the toilet, and then poof, within seconds. It was no fight. There was no
Dude, and a bunch wormies came pouring out.
See how they're just a nuisance.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
It's just the whole thing could have been. What if they got like super powerful? You know what I mean? Or they had, I don't know. There was just
So that's
or something.
That's where I think I have so many questions, and I don't think I'm gonna get answers to. I have so many, like, I shouldn't have these questions, right? I think there were a ton of like untied loose ends to this. How the fuck? Like, what leverage did this guy have over anybody?
I don't know.
To rule as a cult leader, right? Especially if he was that weak.
I don't know. It might have been better to see, get started with him, maybe from his point of view, affecting people. You know what I mean? And like seeing the whole town instead of it just popping us in where it put us. Because I was like, I don't.
I agree. But I love stuff where you kind of you get thrown into the middle of the epidemic or pandemic or apocalypse.
I mean, it can work if done right.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, it could for sure. It was cool. I mean, good effects, like the cool effects as far as like getting worms in your eyeballs and have it coming out of like your tear ducts and out of holes. And there was a scene where two ladies were taking a bath together. So like that's a plus. If you want people to watch your movie, do that. Put ladies in a bath.
Or men.
But or yeah.
Could you imagine us two just taking a bath together? Why can't we just do that? Why can women just do it? Why can't we sit in a tub together? Dude, they were feet to feet. So we'll be, that would be cool.
Do you think they were holding their toes like this?
I would hope so. I would put my feet on your, like my heel, because I'm taller, you know? So I would put my foot on your chest, I think, and play with your chest hair. Is that too weird? We can edit that.
I'm picturing that. I don't have chest hair. I shaved it last week.
Hear those raindrops? That's the girls.
Dude.
Why do they let us? What are we doing? Okay, Wormtown. What are you saying?
Wormtown, folks, you guys are. I'm sorry. I don't know. Again, no. I'm gonna be. This was a very interesting watch. This was a very cool, interesting watch. I love the idea of the cold horror. The special effects are great. The body horror. I think if you're a fan of body horror, you will appreciate this movie. I think the issue is that this movie started quick. The middle was slow.
Yeah.
And it ended fast.
Yeah.
Right? So I think if you're able to properly construct and pace the movie well, I think this is something that would really captivate an audience, right? Again, the beginning got me. That kid, great idea putting that in the beginning. And then towards the end, again, fantastic shit. But the middle lost me. A lot of conversation, too much conversation, right? There was action, conversation, and then action. It was a fucking sandwich of like, I don't want that meat that's in the middle of those buns. You know what I mean?
That's the first time I heard you say that. I mean? Yeah, it was just.
But the ending was cool. The she made a friend with a fucking Mennonite, right? With a fucking Amish. They're Mennonites too. She made a friend with an Amish person that, the Amish person was ride or die. Saved the girl's life at the end, I think, right?
Yeah.
And then it ended.
Yeah.
So now we don't know what happens, right? We don't know if Amish lady dies, and I don't think she does, but I think the way that they tried to write it, and it was they both live.
Yeah, sure.
So not bad. Okay, not bad. JT, I'm going to ask you, and I'll kind of ping off of you. What is your ranking of this movie? Let's go based out of 10. What would you rank this movie?
I appreciate what they did. I love creative. 100%. I love that we have a platform in CrankedUpTV to have this option to go explore new things, and we can take new things away from it. I love how we can have people that go get inspired by certain aspects. And I love that we have a place where creative people can put their imagination into a medium that we can love and respect. With that being said, though, a 4 out of 10 for me. Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
I liked some of it. I would never watch it again, but I would go check out more stuff and see. And that's what I guess horror is. It's not for everybody. I mean, you got to pick and choose.
No, yeah, 100%. I appreciate what they're doing. I love the platform CrankedUpTV. I do love the idea of like, hey, pushing out indie horror, because indie horror does not get enough love at all. I love just seeing different people's creativity and what their idea of horror is. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, but I definitely see what they're trying to do. A lot of the aspects I was a huge fan of. Again, the special effects I think were fantastic, given a lower than normal studio movie budget, right? I don't know. The effects were great, right? And I love the different and the original idea. It was cool. It was really cool. With that, I think I'll go 5.
Okay.
Right? I didn't entirely hate the movie because I told you that. I'm like, I'm actually really enjoying this. But it wasn't my cup of tea. I think when you're trying to make a well-rounded movie, and I'm not saying they did this, but, you got the special effects down. Perfect. That's good. You got the mystery down. right? You have two characters that I think were the only two characters that people were kind of rooting for were those two girls. I want more character development, right? I wanted to care for that little boy before I saw him die. You know, like give me 5 minutes with him. Let me see banter between him and his best friends. And then I want that to happen, right? I want to see something well-rounded, like character development. I want to feel for these individuals. I want to develop feelings for these people in this movie. So then when they do die, it's super impactful. Yeah. And then if you're going to lean towards
dialogue,
a genre or a subgenre,
oh, man.
yes, that. But if you're going to lean towards a subgenre of horror, focus on one, right? I think they couldn't figure out what they were. Body or cult, and I don't know if it was a happy medium of both, right? Like I didn't get the full satisfaction of the body, and I definitely didn't get the full satisfaction of the cult. So like if you're gonna do it, lean more towards one and kind of go after that, and then maybe introduce a little bit of the other. But like you have to try to find a happy medium of the both, or remove one completely and focus on it being a cult horror, or take it away and focus on it being a body horror. The cult aspect didn't really make sense to me. It didn't. I think it being a disease is good enough, and maybe making it macro, like the government trying to hide something, and anybody who's trying to discover it, then they kill, rather than like this cult leader guy that people are loving for no reason. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm bashing this movie. Just, you know, I thought it was great, but the aspects I think could have definitely improved. But JT, what do you got?
That's all. I have nothing else.
Cool. All right, sweet. Well, hey, CrankedUpTV, thank you guys so much for allowing us to check out this movie and review it for you guys. Hopefully we get more. But yeah, if you guys don't already, sub to CrankedUpTV. Check out their fucking indie horror. And we are the Deadbeats, and we love you guys. We hope you enjoyed. JT?
Bye!